It's Bourbon Night. Hello. It's been a while since
we've done
live. We gotta remember, make sure we remember how to do this.
That's chatting. I'm Sarah.
Yeah, you know.
And we said kind of at the beginning of the summer that we would do sort of a summer hours during the summer because everyone's outside and doing their thing, and so we weren't going to do Sunday night lives, but unless there was a special occasion, and this
a
is
reason to,
a reason to, and so tonight we're here to honor Scott Pigsley, who is a mod of ours and a big member of the WhiskeyTuber community.
A WhiskeyTuber himself.
Himself.
Obviously, this live stream is around the fact that Scott is no longer with us, which is a sad event. But tonight is a celebration. It's a tribute. So we're not here to bring everyone down, although, albeit a sad occasion, we want to lift everybody up with spirits and conversation and reminiscing and
sharing the good
times.
Things and the appreciation for what he brought to the community, as I'm sure that's how he would have liked it to have been.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think he would have wanted us all sitting around being sad. He wanted us to drink excellent whiskey.
And I said we got to open some good stuff, or we got to have some good stuff.
Share it with
to share with you all.
the people that we love and have a good time as we always do. So nothing has changed there.
Correct. Just enjoying our time all together.
Yeah, exactly.
While we can,
Totally.
But in addition to that, in his honor, we are raising funds for the Wound Healing Foundation, which is linked down in the description. So for every donation that you make, if you take a screenshot and email it to itsbourbonnight@gmail.com, that will enter you into a giveaway. We have a list of prizes below that have been generously donated by the community. A few of the things that we've donated ourselves. And then I can't really drive the laptop so well right now. And I want to focus on the community during this episode. So we'll take those emails into account early this week and draw the winners for those prizes. But it's people donated some good stuff. I was excited to see it. I know one of the things we got down in that list, again, it's all listed in the description. We got a Weller CYPB from Tony Bag of Donuts, Tony Joey Bag of Donuts, which I think was really nice of him to donate.
Absolutely, yeah.
We put in one of our Knob Creek 3 Amigos and an Old Forester 117 series, the Scotch cask bottle. Lots of good stuff down in there in the description. So take a look.
Yeah.
Again, just take a screenshot of your receipt for the donation. Email it to itsbourbonnight@gmail.com. We're the only ones who will see that. Be mindful of any personal information that might be on there, but we're the only ones who will see it and do anything with it. So, black it out if it makes you feel more comfortable. Just be mindful of that.
Yeah. Do what
makes you feel most comfortable.
Comfortable. Sarah, we do have a question. Did you join the MMA?
Oh, no.
No?
Yes. This. I keep saying I got in a fight with the car door and I lost. The car door won that one.
Yeah, you shouldn't typically do that.
You don't want to get your thumb slammed in the door. I don't want to tell everyone the full story because it'll make you cringe. So I'm just gonna leave that off the table. But yeah, it was unpleasant. It does not feel good, and it has slowed me down a little bit. This weekend.
Hey, Whiskey Crusaders!
Thanks to you all for joining. Thanks for coming in for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And throughout the episode, we're also going to have guests on as they are available to come and join us from the WhiskeyTuber community who also knew Scott. He was involved with their channels or supported their channels, just to kind of, share a pour in his honor and his memory.
Speaking of, we're going to start off with one of our favorites, Four Roses LE releases. This is the 130th.
Nice.
This is 2018.
While you pour that, I'm going to share a message from his family. This is a direct quote from his family that I will just read to you. It says, "We're so grateful for the bourbon community during this time. So many of you have reached out to us and expressed your caring friendship that you had with Scott. He had a good group of friends. While Scott was in the hospital, many of you sent messages expressing your friendship before and after he passed. While he was still with us, I would read to him every one of your messages of concern. We are so grateful for this outpouring of love that you've expressed with this tribute for Scott. We're planning a celebration of life party for Scott on July 12th of 2025. Yes, next year. His passing has taken us by surprise, and unprepared, we wanted to make sure that we do it right for Scott, and that's why we're taking a year to prepare for his send-off. We hope that many of you can make arrangements to plan to attend. We would love to meet you in person and hear your stories about our beloved Scott. So save the date, Saturday, July 12th of 2025, Lincoln, Nebraska. Many of the details are still in the making, but we plan to share stories, have some barbecue, and raise a glass to Scott. He was only with us for a short time, but he made an impact on our lives. And I couldn't agree more. He's been with us for the majority of the history of this channel and definitely made an impact on our lives.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
for the betterment of,
Well, just
contributor.
thinking about tonight's giveaway, it would have been Scott who would
If we were doing the giveaway in real time, Scott would have been the first person to raise his hand and say, I will track all of the donation entries, and I will help compile a list, and I will help choose, do the drawing for the winners.
Yeah.
He was always the first one to raise his hand to offer help when we did
That's why
these types of things.
call him a super mod.
Super mod, yeah.
For sure. But yeah, let's we're going to be doing this a lot tonight, right?
Right.
Raising a glass to Scott. This is just the first. So cheers to that lovely message from his family.
From his family, yeah. And to you all. It is nice that we can come back from our summer break of lives, being on our summer break of lives, to come in and just spend time all together.
Yeah.
And,
And
it's
pick it
nice.
up like
it reminds you
no
that,
time has passed,
yeah,
too.
it's nice that we have the privilege to come together and share pours.
Yeah.
And, I think that's something that Scott knew and appreciated as well.
I agree. This 2018, I don't know if you guys have seen our Friday episode where we did a hunt in London and we saw that 2017. This got me thinking about that 2017.
Oh, did it? Oh, the reminiscing.
The reminiscing. We do have a super chat. It's from Nick.
Okay.
It says, cheers to doors and cats.
Yes.
More pets, less scratch,
meow.
Yes,
So
agreed.
I'm slowly losing use of this hand because I didn't break my thumb, but it is immobilized.
Yeah, but it's not happy.
It's not good under there. Things aren't going well. And then just an hour ago, if you keep up with me on Instagram, it's Will Work for Bourbon, I shared our kind of journey with a stray cat that has befriended us over the past 6 or 7 months. And the cat, we call the cat
We
B.
can't really look under the hood.
We can't look under the hood. We call the cat B. And so B has, come to allow us to pet him. And I was not doing a good enough job, apparently. B had some feedback and scratched me pretty bad. There was blood everywhere.
Yeah,
This is the second time this week that there's just been blood everywhere.
Might just have to, right there.
And so I'm wondering what will happen to these 3 fingers next. Place your bets online now.
Don't go bowling.
No, I can't go bowling.
Those are your bowling fingers.
I'm like, could it have not happened to this hand? Oh, terrible, awful.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nick.
thank you, Nick.
Appreciate that.
Funny guy. Thanks for keeping up with my
Funny guy.
just my woes online.
Hi, Dr. Nick. Is that a Simpsons reference? Dr. Nick Riviera. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. Did yours also just go?
It just did. It did.
Okay.
Does that mean they're dead?
Hopefully, God, I hope not.
I think they are. It's a headphone so that we can hear our guests better. But I don't know. Maybe it's because we haven't used them.
Maybe.
Let's take them out.
We'll wait. We'll wait.
Let's just fingers crossed, hope for the best there.
Yeah.
I see 21090 in the chat. Thank you so much for your donation again. You guys can look down in the description for the link to the Wound Healing Foundation page where you can make a donation. Just take a screenshot of your donation and email it to itsbourbonnight@gmail.com. That will enter you for the drawing for those prizes. We'll draw in order.
Sarah,
Yes.
to make spotting them easier, should we suggest a subject line?
I mean, I would say Scott Pigsley donation as the subject
There you
line,
go.
or just Scott's donation.
Scott's donation.
Donation receipt. Just put donation in it. That way I can search it.
As long as it's any variation of donation in the subject line.
And we'll go ahead and close this in 24 hours. So we'll give it to, just so the people who don't catch the live on, live, can watch the replay. And if they want to participate in the giveaway, we'll give it 24 hours. So tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, I'll count that as no more entries.
Yep.
Then we'll do the donation or the giveaway drawing on Tuesday. We'll post a we'll post it on Patreon, we'll post it on YouTube, and
There you go.
the prizes will get to their respective winners.
Sean Dobbins is saying, I was surprised you didn't just YOLO and grab that 2017. You know, well, I did seriously consider it. But the funny thing is, you know, we got a lot more London viewers in that episode than we typically do because we're talking about, you know, their home city.
Let's go see if we've got
And I can't remember the name of that store, the whiskey vintage
house or vintage something.
the vintage house, the vintage
Something
like that.
Something
Anyway,
with vintage in the name.
a Londoner said, "Oh yeah, we don't go to that store. That store is crazy overpriced. That's why it's been sitting there." But I'm like, $3.95
For
equals
2017 old,
210
Four Roses.
or sorry, 510, 210.
which is a lot for any single bottle.
510 for a 2017 LE. Like that's been off the market for, you know, God, how long? Since 2017. Over here, I think you would see it for at least 600. I feel like so it actually wasn't that bad of a price. And then they had a 2019 for 350 pounds. But it was really just that suitcase space. We were at capacity, so I wouldn't have been able to give it the cushioning that I felt like it
made me too nervous. I was like,
needed,
you're really going to
and-
spend that much money and then
it
gamble
maybe-
on it not making it home in one piece?
So, I'm not a big gambler.
He is not.
So I would have YOLO'd it, but you know, man, this 18 is good.
It's very nice. It's not a bad way to start off the night. Feels very warm.
We want to know what you guys
What are you all
are
drinking?
drinking as
to
well.
just, enjoy our evening together. Mm-hmm. All of us.
Yeah. Do we want to? Well, you sort of already ran through the list, but we
Not really.
We do have some visual representations.
We do. I said what we donated. We also have, well, let's see. You go ahead. Whatever you were going to do.
Well, I mean, I've got except now with Ben's donation, I can grab our new riff actually to
Okay.
show.
Well, why don't you go do that? I'll pull up the list. It's on here. Just one moment, please. Sorry, I'm a little... I don't know what... It's been raining all day. I don't know if it's kicked something up in the air, but it is not doing well for my voice. Story of my life, it seems like, recently. And for some reason, this live is not coming up on our page for me. Why? I'm not sure. There we go.
Are you
Here
talking
we
yourself or them?
Mostly me, but
Okay.
they're here too. But if you're not used to it by
I mean,
now,
this would be completely normal, even if we weren't live right now. Just hearing her
talking
talking like that. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right, I'm just gonna run through the prizes here right now since we're here together and I have the list. It's 4 $25 gift cards to driftingdrams.com, which were donated by Ethan and Katie Turk.
Oh, the dark.
A Still Austin Cast Strength Rye single barrel pick donated by 21090, who's in the chat. Thank you again for that donation. A Jack Daniel's single barrel barrel proof rye donated by Whiskey Mountain, so Adriana and her husband Nick.
Watch it in the chat.
An Elijah Craig Toasted and a Weller CYPB, both donated by Tony Bag of Donuts. Thank you so much, Tony Bag of Donuts.
Tony.
Okay, so this one's a bit of a description.
Yeah.
It called it Short Barrel Single Barrel
Oh, yeah.
Select, which was picked by Matt Beard from Whiskey Wisdom and Sean Ruckman from Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. It's a 12-year-old MGP 95.5 rye at 131.4 proof. And that was donated by Baker Drinks, which is Troy and Laura, for those who don't know.
Okay.
We also have, again, as I said, the Knob Creek Three Amigos. It's
Hold on.
Bourbonite pick
I've got that. For visual aid.
for visual aid. And the Old Forester 117 series, the Scotch cask finish, donated by yours truly. You know what, and I think, too, while we're sitting here, we'll throw in a Whiskey Ambitions gift card, too.
Hey,
We'll
let's
give
do
that
it.
away
Let's do it.
as well.
Yes.
I'll put that in the mix. It's not on the list. I won't be able to update it because, again, limited access as we sit here on live. But keep that in mind. And then the Rare Character Single Barrel selected by the Bourbon Thieves, which was donated by the generous folks at Rare Character.
Rare character whiskey.
And a new riff single barrel. It's Bourbon Night selection. The Chad Cork Pop Perkins edition.
Oh.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, that's from Ben. Whiskey
That was donated
Uncensored.
by, Bourbon of Whiskey Uncensored.
This is well, not this actual one, but this is his last bottle.
That was very kind of
Yeah.
him to donate that
Yeah,
last bottle.
absolutely. I have an administrative thing there.
Administrative.
If you want to.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Deal with.
I shall.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Mm-hmm. You know, and well, we have a super chat. Great. Perfect. Thank you, Tim. Tim in super chat saying, I'm going to miss Scott trying to convince me that his beloved Nebraska Cornhuskers were better than the Michigan
yes.
Wolverines, who I'm a huge fan. Rest in peace, Scott. Yeah, fifth quarter tailgate, Scott's channel, very much, one foot in the whiskey world and the other in the sports world, which is always a great combination. I feel like they go together very hand in hand. Yeah, so I feel you there. Thank you for that super chat, Tim.
I think I can't find his email. Maybe I missed something.
Well, let me see if I can get it for you.
Apologies. 1 minute. I want to make sure everyone can get on. We've got the link to join.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, we've got 2 of those Scotch cask, and I haven't opened the other one, so I thought, let's go ahead and open it.
I would like to do that.
And try it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. I'll take care of this. You do that. Oh.
Yeah, looks like
Yes. Sorry, for anybody who is who has a channel, who got the link to join, feel free to join at any time. We weren't sure how many people would be available, and so I didn't want everyone to join all at once, and then we all talk over each other and no one can hear, because I want to make sure everyone gets their appropriate time, the time that they need and deserve to, have a toast, share a memory, whatever it is that they would like to do when they join us. But we are all clear for anyone to join at any time as far as the folks who were invited. We wish we could invite everyone, but then it would just be a lot of talking over everyone, and it's too much.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could do
1,000 people.
Scott often had,
oh yeah, like the VPub kind of things.
4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 8 there at least.
It's a good problem to have.
Type of thing. We've always been a little bit allergic to that.
Well, maybe it's because I have a thing about control. I don't know if you know that about me.
I said we. But,
we, yeah, but he means me.
That was the royal we.
Well, I get a little overwhelmed by lots of talking at the same time, and I have a hard time focusing. But I really admire people who are able to manage that type
Absolutely.
of dynamic.
Hey, Christopher, super chat. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. Cheers to you. Well, we'll
Thank
cheers
you very
here
much. We will.
In a second.
I just drank that, so.
So this is one of the bottles that that you can win tonight. It's the Old Forester 117 Series Scotch Cask Finish. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in Scotch barrels. How about that? It says it all right there.
There it is.
93 proof. Just checking my phone. Yeah, 93 proof.
93 proof.
I haven't had this before.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good cork pop, Perkins.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. And we have another super chat here from Alan. Thank you, Alan. It says, I love you guys. I don't chat much, but I've followed you for a long time. Learned a lot and have a blast while doing it. Thanks for this tribute to Scott. You two are good people. Well, thank you.
Thank you
so much, Alan. I'm
Appreciate
so
that,
happy
Alan.
that you've been joining us and that you've learned a lot, and we don't like the education to be not fun, especially
Right.
when this is involved. How can it not be fun?
It's Alan and Christopher. And always tonight to Scott.
To Scott.
Not Petey. I don't get any Petey anyway.
I mean, I still get like classic Old Forester
Yeah.
notes. Like,
Interesting. And we don't know if it was finished in a previously in a barrel that previously held peated Scotch. Oh, different than is.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Talk about.
Is it a wine finished Scotch? Like, I guess it doesn't say.
I didn't say, but I feel like it's got to be. I got the Cabernet.
I get like
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I don't know what I'm getting. I mean, it's definitely like. What could it be? Maybe a sherry. I think it's a sherry finish.
It's starting to roll that way.
Yeah, so
How
I
will
think
we find out?
I don't know. Does anyone have any information on this? So I'm getting like more of like a space side finish in like a sherry cask. What does it say?
Oh, maybe not.
Totally wrong? Oh.
To celebrate their Gallic
Gallic.
roots, this small batch has been uniquely finished in Scotch whiskey casks.
That's
Thanks.
it.
Oh, the Speyside.
Did I not just say Speyside?
The Speyside sourced sherry and wine.
Boom!
Maturation and finishing cask highlight Old Forester's natural fruit character.
I agree.
With the result of fermentation and the oldest yeast strain in the industry.
I'm pretty proud of me.
I'm proud.
Are you proud of me?
I'm proud.
I'm proud of me. That
Couple
was a
super chats.
Buffalo Bill.
Are you?
Nope. Don't say.
Are you proud of me? I'm proud of me. That's more just Chris Griffin, but Chris Griffin was based off of Buffalo Bill.
Oh, I did not know that.
He went, yeah. Seth Green went in there, and the voice actors would be showing a picture, and here's Chris, blonde, baseball cap, and they were probably doing more things up here,
Yeah.
And he was like, I think he sort of did a voice like that, maybe more like his own voice, and he's like, before I go, can I try something? I'm like, sure, go for it. And he, I can't do a Chris Griffin, but he's like,
yeah, it's a little like.
Sometimes it gets down here like this, and they were like, yeah, that's it. And
that's
what got him the audition.
Wow.
So history.
Little bit of info for you. Can you see when people join?
Yes.
Okay, great. It'll pop up.
It'll pop up over there. It should ring a ding ding.
Cool.
Chris, our Aussie drop beers of friends, maybe a pour of La Maison de Whiskey will be appropriate. It's right behind us. I can bring another pour over if you need in 5 weeks for the UK game.
Please do.
We may.
Would love that.
We may. We saw a couple of Maison.
I can't believe it's that time of year.
I know, it's crazy, right?
I'm so
it seems
excited.
too hot out. We saw some La Maison de Whiskey blends picks at
one of the shops in our video.
Yeah, the one that was really opulent. Huh?
I got rained on earlier, and I just am now realizing what the back of my hair looks like.
It's like Hermione. Is that what the back of my hair looks like?
Is that what the back of my head looks like?
Yeah, but they were pretty crazy. Although, 10th anniversary Booker's signed by Booker No. I think it would have been $5,000 US. If I rolled like that,
you would have paid more than that over here.
Yeah, if I rolled like that.
Well, you don't.
I
don't.
I don't.
I don't know how to break it to you, but
thank you, Kristen
you
Lil.
do not.
And then one of our donators of the evening, Joey Tony Bag of Donuts here. It's quiet time when Sarah's around. Sarah with an H, not so much. Cocktail Sarah, all bets are off.
That is true.
It is true.
Every day Sarah is a creature of solitude and quiet.
And then there's varying levels
then
of
there's Sarah with an H. And then Cocktail Sarah is just full send.
Yeah.
Full send. I'll be the loudest one there.
Like when we were watching Idiocracy and you were just doing every line.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That was embarrassing.
To Kristen Lil and Joey Tony.
Sometimes.
And Scott.
Sometimes you shouldn't drink 2 hot toddies. Sometimes you shouldn't do that.
Sometimes. Yeah.
How do you know when? It's too late. If you have to ask, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
You've gone too far.
Ah.
Lots of donations rolling in, and we're seeing the emails from you guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your participation, and good luck to everyone who's entering for the giveaway, but mostly we just appreciate, the donating to the cause in Scott's honor, and we
do, and these are not...
Caller on the line. They're not working?
Man, I had them on charge. So hopefully this won't echo.
This doesn't echo. If it does, what will we do? Wait, it's working now. It's on.
Is it?
Yeah, I turned mine on. Should be. Let's try it.
We shall try it. Please welcome to the show, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hey, guys. How are you? Can you hear me?
Oh.
What?
Hold
Can
on.
you hear me?
Yes?
Can anyone else hear me?
I can't hear.
I'm getting like every other word.
Oh. I'm getting something.
Yeah.
What are you getting now?
What is that?
Is it not working?
Oh.
Hold on. Sorry, 1 second.
There is
Another video playing in the background. Yep. Sorry, 1 second. Apologies. Technical
Oh,
difficulties.
no, it's over here.
What in the world?
I was watching a 4-hour video about the spectacular failure of the Star Wars Hotel. Yeah, and I'm 2 hours into it. Yep. That's my life.
Okay, so let's go back to the... Okay.
Okay.
So sorry about that.
Mike.
That's okay. Is it working?
There. We can hear you now.
Yes.
Apologies.
I
Like,
think
there was
it
just a girl
the-
screaming about Star Wars stuff in our ears, and I couldn't hear you. And I was like,
Well,
"What's
You're
happening?
like, what
Just
is
real
going
quickly.
on in his background?
What is happening, Chad?"
Real quickly, the Star Wars Hotel.
Okay, at Disney,
At Disney, yeah.
which was so expensive.
It was
that fully immersive.
Yeah, it was and they kept using immersion. So this girl who's a YouTuber, she went, but she paid. She bought her ticket. She wasn't like invited. This wasn't press day or anything, and she did not have a great time. So, a 4-hour long video that went viral. Like I think the New York Times or some major publication did an article about it, and I think Disney tried to copyright claim her video because they were saucy about it and all this stuff. Anyway,
Well, if you're gonna charge that
Very
much a night,
detailed.
was it like $2,000 a night
no,
or something?
more than
like
that. It was like 6,000.
a night.
Well, it's a minimum two night
Right.
1 day thing.
It's way too expensive for you to not have the best time ever.
yeah, exactly.
Anyway, glad that you could join to hear Chad talk about that. Yeah, you know how he gets. He gets on a tangent. But thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. We bring in someone else in right now.
Yes.
Okay,
Well, let's do it. Let's
Let's
see.
do
Let's
it.
go to the right, so we'll be in the middle.
great.
Yes.
Hello.
Women of whiskey.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Mm,
Thank
they're
you for
all
having
coming
me.
at once.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess we are going to do it in true Scott fashion. We're going to get one more person on here real quick.
Yes, let's do it.
And then we'll kind of we'll have a little chat and a cheers.
There we go. How about that? Four top.
Lovely. Hello.
Ben for Bourbon, Whiskey Uncensored.
Yeah,
Room
what
for Four top.
they call me.
Oh, fireworks.
I love it when it does that. The
Nice.
fireworks, that's my favorite.
Sweet.
Person
Will it
who
do it
shows
with
up
the back?
our
Yeah, I don't know if that'll-
floor.
It won't recognize this.
No,
Yeah.
well,
I'm just perpetually, what do I keep saying? Okay, wait, never better.
never better. Yeah.
Never better.
You know what it
darned, I
reminds
think-
me of? And this can be a deep cut, but
Wow.
The Burbs, the movie, The Burbs, at the end when Tom Hanks is blown up in the house and he's got
Spoilers.
and he's got one of those on his finger and he's doing this and it's just like it's fun.
Okay.
I do want to get this super chat because Ed did this a little while ago.
Okay, let's get that and then we'll.
Yeah, good evening, Chad and Sarah, sipping on its Bourbon Night 4-gate toasted bourbon pick in honor of Scott. Rest in peace, buddy. Go Packers.
Go Packers.
Thank you, Ed,
I think I'm going to have
Very
to
nice
cheer for
super
the
chat.
Packers this season.
because of that
At
super
least
Because
chat.
of
one
that.
game.
At least for one game.
Yeah.
It's also my best
One
friend's
game.
favorite team, so I guess I will.
An exhibition,
I will do this.
a scrimmage.
It's the least I could do.
Nah, I don't have a dog in that fight, really.
Well, you do now.
Go
Hi,
Pack.
Michelle.
But yeah,
Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
what are we pouring?
Yeah, let's go around the horn. All right, so we got the Parker's
Is that the heavy char?
rye.
Oh, I want
Yeah,
that.
so Scott loved this. He said he would do nearly anything for that bottle, and so I thought I'd pour it.
Well, I kind of
for
feel like
Steve.
we don't have it.
It's over there.
Can we have it?
Yeah, we can have it, but let's keep going down.
Also, any 4-gate works. He loved every 4-gate that there ever was.
Okay.
We do also love a 4-gate.
Would you love a 4-gate?
I see that's right there with you, Ben.
Yeah.
And I saw you held up the new riff, the Chad Cork Pop Perkins bottle, which you donated to the giveaway.
last
Thank you again. Yes,
be
the last one.
So I think Scott would call me out if I didn't have an Eagle Rare. So for him. And then I do have my 4-gate over here if I decide to have another
Aw.
pour.
So
Lovely.
nice. I love that.
I was going to crack this pick I just recently got that has some It's Bourbon Night written on it, but maybe I'll go 4-gate first. I don't know.
I think
you might as
4-gate
well.
first.
4-gate first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the Parkers.
Okay.
Well, there is a 4-gate right there.
There is. That's the Kelvin 6.
Have we opened it?
Yeah, we did it.
Let's-
Sometime.
Well, then
Let's just grab
I'll
that
start with the 4-gate too.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We'll do 4-gate.
All right.
All right, we can do 4-gate.
All right, I'll start with that too.
But I'll grab the Parkers so we have
Okay.
it nearby.
Thank you.
How about that?
How about that?
I don't want to go too far and lose the connection. So
Okay.
let's take that out.
Hey, thank you guys for doing this. This is super cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just felt like, he did so much for us in terms of like anytime we would do a fundraiser or any kind of big episode, that we needed help on in terms of just managing it or managing comments and entries and things. He was just always the first one to step up to the plate and volunteer and like whatever. It just, we couldn't have done those things without him, and it just felt like we needed to. I don't know. It just felt like the right thing to do, and we wanted to honor him and give everyone a chance, you know, because I know everyone's got a lot going on, so we were like, I want to give everyone the chance to come together and you know, just spend a little time remembering and toasting and again, like, you know, drinking the things that he loved.
Well, and
But yeah.
I think it's so much nicer to do it as a community group versus everybody trying to do something different to remember
Agreed,
him.
yeah.
And I think that's kind of what he was all about, right? Like the community as a
Right.
whole.
That also felt right, yeah, just to like bring everybody together instead of everyone doing their own separate things, which, you know, is also fine if that's what people decided to do. I just thought, why not, you know?
Yeah.
And we wanted
Great
to, you know,
idea.
talk to his family and see what cause was near to their hearts and how can we honor him best and benefit. So just doing what we can. But yeah, we're really thankful that you all could join us. I'm about to just reach back here and get this 4-gate on my own. I don't want to wait.
I don't know. Did he like lock it up and he's like, don't touch the Parkers?
I guess so. He's on the hunt. I don't think he can find where it is. I'm thinking that we may have drank the last of that bottle.
That wasn't on the
This
rye
is-
shelf, was it?
It may have been, but I don't think it was. It's either been gone for a long time because we drank it all, because as you said, I do just about anything for that bottle as well.
Phenomenal.
Or we just don't have it because... No, it didn't break. I think we just drank it. Anywho.
Which one did you go
I'm
with,
gonna-
Michelle?
I went with the Kelvin 5.
Ah, I went with Saint Laurent, and which is some bizarre reason
drank it
Go. Did you
still on
drink it?
shelves places. This cognac
I
finish
think we did drink it.
You know, I
So
remember the thing about having Mike on here at the same time as me. So my short story, my grandkids lived exactly 1 mile from Mike. And so whenever I would go visit them, I would visit Mike and Frankie. And then I found out that they were moving, and I was my grandkids, and I was so upset. And then they said they were moving like 2 miles from Scott. And so Scott and I were like so excited. And then at the very last minute, they moved back here, which I was excited for, but Scott was not so thrilled about that.
Oh. Bummer.
Have we done?
We have
Get to
not.
host
Okay.
you a little bit, yeah.
All right, we're going to get caught up on a couple of super chats here real quick. This one is from Tiffany. She says, thanks for doing this, Scott P.
For Scott P.
For Scott P., Chad and Sarah, Tiffany and Kevin. Thank you guys so much.
And again, I keep feeling my phone go off as the emails are rolling in with the donation receipts as their entries for the drawing. Thank you all so much for donating. Very much appreciate you helping us make,
Absolutely.
make it about Scott tonight. And
Next one is from Williamton Piper, sorry. He says, for Scotty, thank you for that.
thank you.
And William Hall here. Remembering Scotty, you, sorry, it's hard to read because there's so much going on in the frame. You are and will be missed.
Yes.
Thank you, Ben. Yeah, I was like,
So you know what I'm
that come and go is distracting
Alright.
me.
You know what I'm thinking is
Oh, that was a super duper chat.
a super duper chat. So that's
Wow.
what made me think.
Thank you.
All of the donation receipts will be entries into the drawing for the prizes listed in the description, but maybe all super chats are entered into the drawing for the Whiskey Ambitions gift card.
Beautiful.
How about that?
Love it.
Let's do that.
Love it.
Okay, great. We'll
Yeah.
do that.
So for those three.
Because I want to,
super chats
thank
right
the people
there.
who were
Appreciate it.
super chatting to say
For sure,
their
yeah.
get their memories and things read as well.
Great idea, Sarah.
I have my moments, Chad. Do you all have anything? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so there's several of us right after he died that actually, several people, more money than I could even spend on flowers. So we ended up donating it to her church already. But there were several people just ahead of time that sent money for flowers, and we already sent those to his mom shortly after he died. So community has
That's so
already
lovely.
reached out to his mom quite a bit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what we got a message from the family that said the same thing, like basically that they were overwhelmed with support from the community, both during the time that he was in the hospital and then after his passing, and they're just very grateful that he was surrounded by such good friends, and I think that's lovely.
Yeah,
And
and
his
I
mom
just
is the
mentioned.
sweetest.
Oh
go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say I just
Maybe-
mentioned it on the stream. I was like, maybe we should send flowers, and all of a sudden everybody's Venmoing me. Like,
Yeah.
we got
So that was my
okay.
first thought too.
That's the whiskey community.
That's
for
kind
you.
of where this
Yeah.
idea came from, is that my first thought was, well, we should send flowers or something. And then I was like, well, I mean, and I love that too. And I was like, but I wonder if we could
It's probably
organize
been
around,
taken
probably
care
a
of
lot
as
of
it
people
has
are
been, yes,
sending
absolutely.
flowers. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I wonder how else we could benefit. So I just reached out to the family and said, you know, this is kind of what I'm thinking. What do you think about this? Because I waited. I didn't want to like be all up in their business immediately, but I was like, this is what I'm thinking. How do you feel about this? If not, it's okay, you know. But we would love to raise money for a cause that means something to you, and that's how we got here.
That's how we got
and we
here,
thank
yeah.
you all for being here with us.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it was so wonderful that she was there for days reading his text messages that were coming through, and then took the time to respond. And knowing what she was going through at that time, I'm glad that she had the support of those text messages coming through. I just thought that was the coolest thing.
Absolutely, yeah. I can't imagine, but I do think it would be nice to feel that comfort, you know, just to see that outpouring of love.
Yeah.
Also,
To know how loved and how far his reach was too. You
right,
know?
to really get a
That's
sense
really
of
cool.
that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, cheers to that.
Yeah.
And to you all for joining us.
I sent him a text message, and we started calling him Scooter on the on lives, and it was before any of us knew. For those that don't know, he was in a wheelchair. It was before any of us knew he was in a wheelchair. It was supposed to be Scott, and so we just changed it to Scooter. So it ended up being kind of funny. So I told his mom, like, I texted, and she's like, I just read this to Scott, and I was like, for the record, we called him Scooter before we knew he was in a wheelchair. It had nothing to do with that. And she just laughed and was like, a lot of people actually called him Scooter. It's okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's fun. Oh.
Hey, we also have a super chat here from Jeff A. Said, glad to see you live. Hope to see you live soon. Yes, we will be back here.
We shall be back.
Summer hours, just less on a schedule, but
Well, yeah, really
yeah,
through
we'll be here. Thank you, Jeff.
through
Appreciate
Labor
that.
Day. Maybe after, because September is Bourbon Heritage Month and there's a lot of travel, but
True.
we will break the summer hours or the summer hiatus for a cause like this. Thrilled to do it. Happy to do it.
Oh, absolutely. This is the antithesis of summer hours. It's, wait until we have a real good reason to go live and drink some special things. So
Wouldn't have missed it for anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what it's about. I couldn't find that.
I told you. I was telling them.
Parkers?
I'm pretty sure we drank all the Parkers
Pretty sure we
because
drank it,
I
so-
think I was maybe as obsessed with that bottle as Scott was.
Yeah.
So
I
we
did find
definitely killed that
the
one.
Cornerstone Rye, different distillery.
Warm.
But
Also a good rye in
we
our
also like
books.
the Cornerstone.
I feel like the
Scott.
one thing about Scott
Scott.
was that he either wrenched or tracked or supported in some way almost every channel. I mean, at any
Truly.
point in time, at any point, and from the very beginning of Women Whiskeys, back when I was terrified to even start it, he was in there from the very beginning, one of my first patrons, and in every chat. And I think it was like that with so many of those channels that were coming up. And then supporting the bigger channels as much as he possibly could in any way. It's like this was his family.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we
us as
definitely
family.
felt right, but his WhiskeyTube family. No, we definitely felt that. It's like such generosity with his like time and energy that he put into our channel, and I always feel like, I don't know. I guess I've in hindsight, I'm like, I wish we had given more back, but I know that I think there was one year we sent like a thank you holiday gift or something. But now I'm like, and we always sent our thanks and shared our appreciation. But like
Yeah.
now I'm like, you just don't know when you're.
Well,
You
yeah.
just don't know how much time you have, and so you
Hindsight
wish
and-
you
yeah,
had
absolutely.
done more to show your appreciation.
Yeah.
I know you
Yeah,
definitely.
no.
I know you definitely did a pick with him. I was trying to find it for tonight. I'm thinking I finished it. Was the Woodenville pick? I believe.
Yeah, that
yeah.
is right.
Wow. Oh, that would have been. I mean, we can go grab it.
Yeah.
I guess I finished mine because I couldn't find it.
Yeah. Well, that's been a few years now. I'm glad that you mentioned that because
Yeah.
that was a virtual one, I
yeah,
believe. Yeah.
that was unfortunately some of the
COVID.
longest time that we spent with Scott on face
like,
face to face.
Yeah.
Was that pick actually, because as we may have said, we never got to meet him in person. And
But it felt like we all. I mean, it
I
feels
know,
like we all
just,
know each other just from.
it's like a text friendship that you have with some people, or people that but they move away, and then you kind of slide into like this just more of a text relationship, because who calls anymore?
I'd love to call.
And so it kind of felt like that,
Yeah.
where if we had met him in person, it wouldn't have felt like the first time. It
No,
would have
it
just
would
been
have
like
just
a
been like-
continuation of all the conversation, all the discourse that we'd had before. But yeah, you were talking about how he was involved in pretty much every channel. I remember when Sarah, when you asked him Patreon, like, hey, help us figure out what all channels he was
I just wanted to
involved
make
with.
sure I could reach out to everybody that should
And
be
then
included.
this list came in, like,
Just
well,
like boom, 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 boom.
all of these.
And then everyone kept throwing in another
it
one.
was incredible. Yeah.
And that's
Just
why in the
incredible.
email I'm like, if I missed someone, please forward it to them. I was just trying to catch everybody that I could and make sure everyone was included if they wanted to or had the availability to hop on for this. But
Yeah.
it was like
Did you guys
everybody.
see this? Did you see the comment from Scott's sister?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't see. Oh, here we go, right there.
Yeah.
She says, this is Scott's sister. I'm watching, and so are my parents. We want to thank you all for this and everything. Scott loved WhiskeyTube, and he would chat with me almost every day about it. Much love.
Dang. Wow.
Well, I'm happy. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, I hope that we're doing it justice and
Yeah.
honoring in the best way that we can. Again, the donations are coming in for the giveaway items too.
And as Adriana reminded us there, to please donate right there. And the link is also
the link is in the description
Yeah.
along with the when you donate. Again, for those of you who've been watching this whole time, you already know, but for those of you who've just joined us, when you donate at the link in the description, you're entered to win the prizes that are also in the description. All you have to do is send proof of your donation, so a screenshot, to
Yeah.
itsbourbonnight@gmail.com. If
with
you're
donation in the subject line.
put donation in the subject line, and we will do that drawing early this week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but
You know, there was a time that Scott was
That's
supposed
nice.
to come to Idaho. Do you remember that, Mike?
Yep.
Scott was supposed to come to Idaho. We were super excited, and then I can't remember what it was. If he got sick or what happened, but he didn't make
It
it.
didn't
Yeah,
work out.
something happened. He was gonna do it. He was gonna follow Chris and Lil around. Do you remember? It
Yeah.
was like
Oh,
Because they
yeah.
were-
Yeah,
And they're
Yeah.
gonna be here back again in a few weeks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also,
And we
please
were
welcome
trying
to
to
the
figure out
stream.
how we could make our hallway to where he could stay with us and like go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Please welcome to the stream now, Captain Trev Wilson, the Bourbon Wrench. Welcome,
Hey.
Trev. How you feeling?
What's up, nerds? Good to see you all. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you joining
Friggin'
us.
honor to be here for Scotty.
Absolutely.
Now, I know you
Yeah,
guys
we're glad
wanted
to
to
have you.
limit us to 15 minutes so everybody could have a chance. So I'm going to go ahead and dip out so that you guys
Okay.
can bring other people on. Thank you so much for
Perfect.
having me.
Thank you all.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining
coming
us.
in.
Love you, Michelle.
We'll see you next time. We appreciate you.
what about you, Trev?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks, Michelle.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here you go.
Bye.
Oh, now there's 3. I guess that means I got to go.
Now it's 3. You don't have to
No,
go.
no,
I
no.
mean,
Ben,
well,
you
you
weirdo.
Obviously, we can get 5. I honestly don't know where they max this out with Ecamm, but it's at least 5. So you're
if you
good.
would like to
You're good.
hang, feel free to stay.
Yeah.
If I did say like
I'll-
I was just wanted to keep it somewhat brief so that the same people didn't stay on the whole time, so that everyone had a chance to come on. But we're good right now, so you feel free to stay if you like.
Yes.
I just want to at least crack this.
Great, let's do it.
Absolutely. Do you want any cornerstone?
I will in a minute.
Let's
yes.
hear. I'm gonna run
What is
and get
that,
that
Woodville.
Woodville.
And
This
Trev,
is-
what have you got in your glass? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I believe this is their latest Knob Creek pick. If my camera doesn't decide to be stupid.
Yes.
The keg and bottle number 2.
Yes.
The Three Amigos, because no tater sticker.
Yeah, so they became real strict about the stickers, I feel like. I have it in my, I'm such a nerd. I have a barrel pick spreadsheet and I have every pick from every year, and like the date we picked it on, the date it came out, the retailer it was through, who was on the pick, like, do I have behind the scenes video, yes or no? Does that distillery have a thing with stickers? Can we do them? It's a whole thing, and I don't have it in front of me right now, but I'm pretty sure Beam Suntory became one that was like I forget what it's called. You can't.
An anti-defamation clause. Or
That's
something
what
like
it is. Anti-defamation. Yes, you cannot.
Defame their
AKA you
Non-mutilation.
can't have
That's what it is.
non-mutilation.
Non-mutilation, aka no fun for you.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
I think it's Four Roses.
Who's the first to do that?
Four
Knob Creek?
Roses, Makers, and
Buffalo Trace.
no, Buffalo Trace
No?
does not have one. As far as I know.
Wow, that's so
Now-
surprising. Sazerac.
Well, I'm gonna guess that they probably frown upon it.
Oh, I'm sure.
But anyway,
Knob Creek.
so
Come
Knob
on,
Creek
people.
Makers.
Have
Four
some
Roses.
fun and let some stickers on some bottles, okay?
Whereas New River do it.
Yeah,
New
well,
River-
they didn't say don't do it, so.
I think it's because people probably pushed the limits.
So they definitely pushed the limits and
Yeah,
put
like
some
that, Rick Pitino one.
weird stuff on there that was like they don't want their brand name associated with that, or they would use like licensed characters, names, like Disney imagery and stuff, and it just became like you can't associate children's stuff with alcohol, or you can't associate like copywritten characters with a brand that doesn't own them. And I guess the brands were like, we don't want this legal hassle. It's not worth it.
Can't blame him, I guess, but
I mean, I understand it. At the same time, like, no one's going to not buy a Four Roses single barrel because it doesn't have a sticker on it.
right.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Did we get this super chat?
I don't think so.
Okay, Chip.
Chip, apologies for the delayed reading of your super chat, but thank you so much for it. It says, rest in peace, Scott. Thanks for all you guys are doing. Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you for
Yeah.
the super chat, and thanks for,
Are you ready?
honoring Scott with us tonight. Okay.
Not to rush you.
Not to rush you, but yeah, you are.
So I just
We haven't
wanna
done one of these in a while, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you please go ahead, Ben.
I was just gonna raise this fresh crack to Scotty, and one great memory I have with him is a lot of people know my channel is a little off color at times, kind of the opposite of its bourbon night, and to say the least. But there were a couple times Scott had this incredible belly laugh where he would absolutely lose it, and just you will have to laugh watching him laugh. And I actually found a clip recently of something funny that happened, and like it was entirely possible that was going to be his last moments because he was having trouble breathing. He was laughing so hard.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's
mean,
crazy.
I always say something wrong. It's what I do, but anyway, dear
You're just
Scotty,
staying on brand.
Hey, somebody's got to do it, right?
To Scotty.
To Scotty.
I do it even when I'm not trying. That's the problem.
And Scotty would make fun of you for not doing that.
Yeah. I love a contagious laugh. Like when someone has such a great laugh that you just can't, even if you're in the worst mood, like you just can't help it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't be in a bad mood when you hear them laugh. I love that.
I do not have one of those.
You don't. And I can tell when you are laughing to appease me out of kindness, like that joke was funny, but not that funny. And I'm like, please don't.
That's just called being married, and I don't
Wow,
want you
Trev
to
knows
poison
already.
my food. That was so
Trev
funny.
knows already. I don't want you to poison my food.
That was
It's only been a couple months. I already know that laugh.
Don't off me for the
Wow.
insurance money. We have another guest joining us here. It's Stacy. Welcome
Hey,
in.
it's Launcha, everybody.
Hi.
Daisy.
Cilantro.
Plancha.
Belfast
With
Whiskey
that,
Week.
I think I'm going to let you guys come back to the middle. I was on with Stacy earlier, so you can have her.
So you're done with her?
No worries. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Oh, bro, Daisy again. I'm out.
I was
Thank you
gonna
so
let
much for.
you wrench, but
Oh, it kind of looks like you and Trevor in the same room a little bit with the purple backdrop. I'm like, are you
Right.
guys just sitting in the same room? I know you're
Man,
not, but
shut up.
it's funny.
I should put them
But
I
thank you for
wish.
joining
side
us.
by side. Yeah.
Thank you for the bottle donation for the giveaway, and we appreciate you.
know
Thanks
where
for
it's
sharing that memory.
yep,
Cheers.
let me know. Got to go.
Ah,
Cheers.
sure will.
Cheers, brother. Good to see you, Ben.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Stacy, what do you have in your glass?
I am drinking JJ Corey Irish whiskey. This one is called St. Patrick. And this one, I thought of Scott for this one because this is an Ohio pick. Scott, being the Nebraska super fan that he was very excited because Nebraska plays my hometown team of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh.
And I have no doubt that Scott will still be on that sideline watching that game.
Oh,
Freaking Lily.
that's such a nice thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, cheers to that.
Yeah, man, I haven't had this wooden bill pick in a minute.
Well, this one's what, 2020? 2021?
Probably
It's back there.
2020. Hold on.
Something like that. I don't know if we dated it.
We did a 20. Man, I made that small. A
You made that
2021. It's Bourbon pick. It's always bigger in Photoshop.
That's
That
what
does
she
say
said.
2021.
I would have expected that from Ben.
Not in front of
I mean, you
Stacy.
said it.
I'm just
You
kidding.
said it, Dad. That wasn't me.
Jeez.
He did. You did.
I did
You teed that
say
up.
it,
Yeah.
but Michael Scotted it.
Well, I thought it was great.
Yeah, okay.
Do we have
no. Huh?
what?
Was that?
Do we have what?
I was gonna say in the chat, like, do we have like a Scotty P? His go-to budget pour. Do we know something Scotty loved to just drink to drink?
Ooh, good question.
Because that's
Good
what I'm
question.
having for right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
Let
gonna
us
drink
know-
something
let-
good. I want to drink something Scotty would be drinking
like a
Right
daily
now.
drinker. Budget
I hear ya.
budget
right
bottle.
now.
Oh.
The Scotty would be drinking.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, as the chat thinks about that and lets us know, please welcome Kelsey.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Hello.
What's up?
Oh, nice shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, I got
You're
to
welcome.
pick that up from you guys in October last year. Well, Trev, you were talking about Scotty drinks. Definitely going to be pouring this for Scotty. So
Yeah, the four gate.
Kelsey, you're the only one who's got 4-gate around this state, brother.
We just finished
Yeah, we started with four gate, Trev.
we had the Kelvin collab 6.
Yeah.
I know Kelsey is in the part of the state that gets a lot more whiskey than I do, so he's got all the 4-gate. We don't get it down here,
I didn't get any bottle of 4-gate in the state of Arkansas.
so we don't get it.
No, we don't get it. I just have connections outside of the state that help me procure it. So it's nice to have friends. So
So, real quick, I'll just ask if everyone wants to share, like, how did you meet Scott? How did he come in contact with your channel, or is there a particular time that stands out in your mind? If you want to share,
I mean, I'll go.
go ahead.
There's a couple stories that stand out with Scott. For one, Scotty was just like on my live stream, one of those dudes that I would always see there. I mean, you guys, everyone knows. You got
absolutely.
You got the core crowd of people who, I mean, I don't care if there's a freaking hurricane, they would be there. They could be a tornado and be like, hey, checking in. There's a tornado coming. Bye.
Good. Yeah.
So it's like,
Exactly.
like you're still thinking of us. Like, it's like you think of us. Like, we think that you're going to, if you don't show up and comment, that we're going to think negative on you. That was Scotty. Scotty was on every live stream. And the biggest thing that stands out to me about Scotty was I started live streaming my video games over on Twitch. Okay? No one uses Twitch over on YouTube. Scotty freaking P was my first follower, and that dude was there every Wednesday.
Wow.
And he was checking. He was like, "Hey, yo, what's up, Trev? What game you playing tonight?"
Oh.
That has stuck with me. Just, I mean, that dude would support. That dude was going to support us to the end, and he did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that really made an impact on me. And just, I mean, that's the kind of person Scotty was, and that's the kind of person. I feel like that's the kind of people we create in this community. It's not just about freaking reviewing this and reviewing. It's bringing people together that might not get to meet people outside of YouTube.
Ooh,
So-
Trev, you're gonna make me. Woof.
Shit, Trev.
I'm chills. Yeah.
Hey.
Wow. I agree.
You know what? Bring it out, because I've been holding this crap in, man.
Yeah, I
The
get
dude,
it. We don't
the
hold.
dude
We hold it in. Let it out.
supported us to the end.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's just like not often that you find people like that, but when I do find people like that, I've realized in life it's almost always people who just support you, not unconditionally, but just with so much energy and force and love behind it, has all been through this community. And I just sometimes I wake up, because you can only live your own experience, and sometimes I'm like, but why do you think I'm like, why for me? Because I don't think I'm great. So why do you think I'm great?
You're in the club.
And it's just like such a wild feeling and such a supportive community. And people always ask like, well, like, what's your favorite part about working in the industry? And, you get free bottles and stuff. I'm like, no, man, it's the community. We could be drinking, literally, I could pull that 4-gate back out, or Parker's, or anything, our most expensive bottle from that shelf, or the best budget pour you've got. And it doesn't matter what we're drinking, because we're sitting here and we're doing it together and we're
JTS
talking.
Brown,
And it just,
JW Dant.
it's the memories, right?
Hey, Kelsey lives in our state, and we do meetups all together. And Kelsey, what's the one thing that we say to each other every single time? I don't care. Don't bring anything. Bring a bottle of Wild Turkey, and we will kill that bottle as long as we're there together. That's all that matters to me. I don't care what you bring. I don't want you to bring your. And we do. That's part of it. Everyone wants to show
Right.
off, oh, look, this rare thing we got. That's not
They
what
want to
it's
share the
about.
things that they love with the people that they love. But
But
it's
I
not the point.
don't care about that. It's like, I just want to
Right.
be there with you. I want to be there
Yeah.
with a bottle and just hanging out, And I feel like that's what we've created, is a lot of people sharing more than just some sort of rare bottle. You're sharing your life. Like
Yeah.
I have my time and I'm giving it to you.
Well,
I
think that
take
is-
precious
that
commodity. Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's like
take
the
that
biggest
to heart,
gift. Yeah. He gave so much time to each channel in his support and like being a mod and all the things that he did. And it's just like when you give your time, like you can't get that back. It's not like money will just make more. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, it's just such a commitment
You've only got so much of it.
that people don't really value. You only have so much. You have a finite amount, and I don't know. Yeah, wow.
Getting
This
existential.
is woo. We are getting
we
we're
do-
getting big and heavy with
we
this
do
one.
have a Scott story here in the chat that I want to
Okay.
share. It's from Jerry Black. He says, my favorite memory of Scott was a stream where he drank his homemade eggnog. He got so buzzed on it, he had to cut the stream short.
We've all been there, no?
So he might have overestimated how good it was.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is pretty good.
Also,
Now I'm gonna need that
It's
recipe.
eggnog. It's not like eggnog. It's like egg goo. The last 2 times he's tried to make it, it's like goo. It's not even eggnog. But
also, Kelsey
I'm
looks like a
trying to
pastor
let
biker.
this thing grow out, man. Trev didn't fit, but I shaved it all off
I can see that. It's a good
one
call.
week, and I got on the stream and everybody freaked out. Like it's really different seeing me without facial hair, but it's funny. But I want to say that, the thing that Trev talks about, that he and I started getting together, it's been almost 4 years ago. That's crazy to think about. Oh, 3.5 years ago.
Don't remind me how long it's been.
But the one thing that we always, like, it was the middle of a fucking snowstorm, and I drove up there and we hung out, and that was one of the first times we ever hung out and met each other. But it was the coolest time because it wasn't about what we had to drink. It was just that we were getting to share the experiences together. And that's one of the things that Scott did better than anybody else, is just to share the experience with you. That's what he wanted to do. He was a shit talker. I loved that about him. He loved his Nebraska football. He loved his Packers football. And I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so we would talk shit all the time. But it was always supporting each other. Even when we were talking shit, if we weren't playing each other, we were rooting for each other's team. It was just that kind of a person that he was. And when Trev and I get together, when we get together with Jeff and Darrell, we could really, like Trev said, we could really care less about what we drink. Just the fact that we're getting to do it, or we're getting to play Rock Band until 3:00 in the morning, doing stupid things like that. It's those are the things that will, like you said, will stick in your memory forever. And those are the things you're going to remember, and those are the things you're going to cherish. So,
Absolutely.
cheers to Scat and from Forgate to you, buddy.
Oh, no. Give me this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Way to remind me that Scotty P was a freaking Packers fan. Now that you say that, dude. Scotty, man. Just wait until I get up there, dude. I'm going to fight you. I hate it.
So a couple things. We got another guest in the green room, but I want to do a super chat here from Bill first. He says the term whiskey family has a new meaning tonight after listening to all the memories. Oh. That's awesome. Thank you, Bill. We appreciate that very, very much. Yeah. And
you guys really hit it the nail on the head when you called him a super mod. He was a super mod. He was in everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Dude is freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
Superman of modding.
That's what I'm saying. Like, with the amount of time that someone has in their day, I already don't know how I get stuff done. And, like, I'll be the first one to admit, like, there's so many channels out there that I love and care about, but people will be like, did you see that episode last week? And I'm like, honey, I did not. Because between, like, juggling all of our stuff and then trying to keep up, it's just, like, I feel like it's an insurmountable task. And yet, he somehow kept up with everything.
Yeah.
And
he
I just
was in everybody's chat.
Yes, and I just admire that so much. That's so much care and passion for the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Please welcome to the show, Darrell. Welcome in. Come on in.
Welcome.
There you are.
Whiskey Saint.
Thanks for having us. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, great. Darrell's here. I'm out.
But yeah, I was gonna say no rush. Everyone's welcome to stay, but if anyone does need to say goodnight, I completely understand.
I mean, I don't know what this thing goes to. It might go to 6 or 7 or 8.
No pressure. Stay if you like. I'm having a great time.
Yeah,
so.
there's no rules.
I am gonna drop, guys, because I'm in the second floor and our AC's been out since Tuesday.
Oh my goodness! Now
So
you've got to go get cooled off.
tricky.
Yes.
But I do want to thank you both so much for putting this together. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. It was
Thank
truly
you for coming.
You're a very special person.
Thank you
Cheers.
so much
And
for
to the
joining
rest
us.
of
We
you,
appreciate it.
Whiskey, everyone go follow Stacy. She's amazing. She's the Irish
Do it.
freaking
Do it.
master.
Thank
Thumbs
you.
up. 2 thumbs up.
One good thumb, one bad
Good night,
thumb up.
Stacy.
Figure out what else.
What's next?
What we can grab.
How was that wooden mill? You had to go find that. I want to know. I wish I could interview you guys sometimes where I can just go and see your spare area.
Oh, Chad, you should show the Sparia. if you will.
Asperia?
Like, what kind of
Asperia was in a bit
hellhole
of
do you have to go
Disperia.
find that?
Oh,
Well-
geez. You know what? Do we have extras of these? I feel like we probably do have a backup.
Just one. We have one extra.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Maybe we should consider doing something with it because of its significance.
True.
We'll
Give
think
some
about
samples
that.
away then.
We'll think about
Yeah,
that.
maybe
it
we'll
up.
do some sample giveaways.
Yeah.
I think that would be good. Something like that. Because I think it shouldn't sit in a cabinet and wait.
Right.
It should be
Yeah.
dispersed.
Completely. All of our picks are kind of kept in their own certain area.
Chad has lots of areas
We have,
where he keeps things.
where the picks.
Like a little squirrel storing things
Yeah.
over here, over
Yeah.
there.
If you open up these ceiling tiles, there's bottles.
There's bottles in the ceiling. They're in the walls.
Well, no, there's open IBN picks storage. There's sealed IBN pick storage. There's
That's just the picks.
that's just the picks. I'm gonna get us something to drink.
Please get us something for our glass. What are you guys drinking?
I poured some Foregate. I got the Kelvin
Foregate.
6.
That
For Scott.
we just had that earlier. Yeah.
Everyone drink.
Fine choice.
Come on, Scotty didn't just drink Foregate, people. What else did Scotty drink?
I didn't see in the chat. I didn't see anyone drop any
It was requested.
any answers or requests for your budget bottle, Trev. But
I didn't either.
I also admittedly
Scotty
was
might
not
have
keeping
loved
up.
Foregate.
That's all he only drank Foregate. Is all.
Budget or Foregate.
A man of fine taste.
Here you go, Trev. Well, I don't know if you drink this, but we're gonna drink it.
Oh yeah, screw off. Let's go.
Oh, nice. Okay. And for Chris and Lil, our Aussie friends who will be over here soon, we will drink this Blanton's La Maison de Whiskey in Scott's
Absolutely.
honor.
Yes.
It's just somebody's got to do it. You know, it's a hard job.
I'm gonna
You
do
know
a
what-
huge
what's-
throwback for Scotty because I'm sure he probably found you guys the same time as I did, and this is a huge throwback to It's Bourbon Night. And this will be my
you
last
gotta-
night of work.
You got to grab the 86 proof version.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you did.
Yeah.
And you
yeah,
did.
he already did it.
So-
Hell yeah.
This was the first bottle of bourbon that I ever bought looking for bourbon because I found some video by a couple freaking nerds doing a review and one of them picked this as the best bottle ever and I went and bought it immediately and here I am. So
That was
say
episode
you
number
will.
1.
Episode 1, 2016.
Over
Well, there I was.
over 1,000 videos ago.
Oh my gosh, that's
1,000
insane.
videos ago I found this bottle.
Wow.
Probably
I
like
think-
1,015.
So we have where I make candles and stuff and cut them. I'm pretty sure there's still that original bottle from that original video that you put on little stickers, Sarah's favorite bourbon ever.
And the little round dots.
And little round dots on it. And I've been meaning to cut it and like sell it for anyone who has like, for nostalgia, you know,
Yeah.
just for fun.
Agreed.
I'll buy
Dang.
one. And I'm gonna stick it right next to. I'm gonna stick it
The
right
balloon.
next to It's Bourbon Night's balloon
Balloon. I was just thinking about the balloon.
Yeah.
that I still have.
You know what
to
that?
this-
You know what those balloons are going for now on eBay, Trev?
Shut
you
up.
might want to check. It's,
Nothing.
You ain't
0.
whatever that balloon. For those who are there, thousands, maybe millions.
maybe,
Could be.
maybe priceless.
Maybe.
But guess what? I ain't selling it. You're gonna have to come and fight me.
Priceless
What's the balloon
memorabilia.
about?
It's true.
What is?
He's got the certificate of authenticity too.
The balloon's so. It's been so long since the balloon.
Yeah, it.
Years.
The balloon was like the balloon that would never die.
It sat behind us on live, and every week it was a little bit lower.
But it was still just there
A
every
little bit
week.
lower,
It was just the
a
balloon that
little
never,
lower.
never quit.
And then we
I
ended
have
up.
that freaking balloon framed in a frame.
But it had
is-
our logo on it. Yeah.
It
The
is
original
legit.
logo.
It's there and it's alive to this day.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
That's funny.
No air in it, for sure. So it's dead, I guess. But
Oh no!
It did
no
die eventually, but
No air.
as all balloons do,
Yes.
you know, it gave a really good effort though, a solid effort in its lifetime.
Yeah.
Gotta frame it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think, you know those smaller balloons that would be on a longer stick? You remember those? And they were
Oh, yeah.
silver on the back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys know. I think I still have. It's a Garfield balloon. I think it's still at my parents' house, and I think it's still just as blown up.
Just as much of a balloon as it ever was.
Yeah,
Strange.
it's magic.
Okay.
that
Or it's
original
like some-
balloon deflated like every year. It was just getting sadder and sadder.
I think it lasted years.
No, it lasted for
Maybe
the
a
months,
year.
I think.
Yeah. close to it.
It hung in there. That was a good time. Wow, the balloon era. That was during our balloon phase.
That was our balloon era. We're really into our balloon era now.
Yeah, if you weren't
Obviously,
there,
the
then you
bourbon is
missed out,
working.
weirdos.
I did want to mention, this was several minutes ago, but Ta Koopa came on here and he said, I would like to donate a bottle of Old Pogue. So
To the giveaway.
So
Okay.
that is now in there as well.
Perfect.
Old Pogue is a 9-year bourbon whiskey. It's in the 90 proofs, 92 point something. And it goes for like 120, 130 bucks nowadays.
Yeah,
So it's
so
it's
add
good.
that to
It's
the
really
list of giveaway items that's in the description. And the way to enter for that giveaway is that you make a donation to the Wound Healing Foundation, which is linked in the description. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. Make a donation, take a screenshot of your receipt, and email it to itsbourbonnight@gmail.com with some way of saying donation in the subject line. That's on Scott's behalf, and
91 proof.
that's what gets you entered into the giveaway, and we will draw early this week. We're going to leave it open for 24 hours for anyone who wants to catch the replay of this live, who can't join us live, still wants to donate and enter. So we will let you know. The winners will be notified.
We're basically saying, without Scotty P, we cannot do a live drawing because
Truly, Chad was like,
no
how
shade
will
to
we...
Trev the wrench,
No,
but
yeah.
one of our original wrenches.
Also an original wrench,
Yeah.
an OG wrench. Throwback. Chad was asking me earlier, well, how will we tally how much we've raised? And
I said, screw it, we'll do it live.
How will we how will we draw winners on live? I said, oh, we can't. Because the person who would have done that for us, and I'm sure I could have asked someone else, but the person who would have first raised their hand and said, let me do this, is what the stream is about.
Yeah.
So, but we're gonna get it done, and it's gonna be great. But yeah, it's just funny how things are full circle.
Absolutely.
I like your Chug Life shirt.
That is awesome.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to
Good
Mike.
choice.
Were you drinking, Darrell?
Forgate.
Forgate?
Yeah.
The Kelvin 6,
I'll be
right?
sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
was
you
debating on
think? What
pulling
do you
out
think
number
of what
two.
we just drank?
What do I think of it?
Yeah, I feel like you're very critical. I want to hear it.
No, I love Forgate. I wouldn't say I'm slightly biased, but it's a good one. I would say top 3 out of the Kelvins. 2's been my favorite, and nothing's taken that off the pedestal for me. 3 for
2
you,
and
Chad?
3. 2.
Wait.
No, 2 and
No,
3.
2.
But 2. 2 is my original, my OG love of the Kelvin collabs.
Yeah, two. I couldn't
I'm
remember.
down
2 was the
to,
first
like,
one we
maybe
had, and that's one we really
4
loved. Yeah.
ounces.
2 is the first one that I was like, oh.
And eventually we got a 1. Yeah, thanks to Forgate themselves for helping us locate.
Oh, that's
actually.
right. I remember
Yeah,
that.
so we have 1 through 6, crazily enough now. But yeah, I think we
just-
bunkered an extra 2.
So what you're saying is you want to do a Kelvin collab dinner.
Well, I don't know if we would have, because most of those are open and
Oh, and drink out of.
yeah,
For at least 20 people.
maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, then we wouldn't have them anymore, Sarah.
So
You got
what?
19 people because I'm in.
Sweet.
Okay.
So my
Fine,
friend
Mike,
Madison always
you
says,
know.
smoke 'em if you got 'em. And then she says, clink 'em if you drink 'em.
Clink them if you drink them.
Clink 'em if you drink 'em, smoke 'em if you got
It's
'em.
a very delicate clink.
It was.
I don't have anybody to clink with.
Oh.
Here, Trev, we'll dink instead of clink.
If you
Yeah, I was
don't,
gonna
clink
say,
with
dink,
yourself.
let's dink it and sink it. There you go.
I love that.
Clink it, drink it, sink it.
No,
Clink-
you're good.
drink-
Okay, just rewind. Rewind.
Put
Put it back.
Yeah.
Wait, I would stay here all
Oh,
night.
Scott's in, or Todd's in too.
I'm gonna hop off, let some other fools come on here, but I
Thank
just
you,
want to
Trev.
thank you guys for putting this on. For one, you're just my goddamn idols. But putting this on for
Balloon
Scotty.
buddies.
Balloon buddies.
Balloon
Hey.
buddies.
Love.
Don't
Cheers,
worry about
Trev.
Oh.
I was not
We,
prepared.
it. We go way back. And,
We do.
Scotty I think Scotty was a very integral part of this community, and putting this on, I think a lot of us took it pretty hard. I mean, come on. I mean, these people to me and to a lot of us are. I don't got a lot of friends outside of this, and when we lose one of our own, it's like losing family. So,
Well
I
said.
really appreciate you putting this on for Scotty, and let's raise a freaking. I don't know. I'm about to cry. So raise a glass
Hey,
for
it's
Scotty.
raise a glass. It's truly the least we could do. Cheers.
I don't even know what it is, but it don't matter. Scotty gonna drink this down. This is for Scotty.
I think that's your 17.
It's okay. Doesn't
83.
matter.
No. That one was gone.
That's
Oh.
been gone. That been gone.
Okay.
All right,
telling
bye,
what
Trev.
that was. I love you guys.
Thank you so
Have a good
much.
night.
Love you.
Be well, Captain.
See you, buddy.
Cheers.
I don't know
And
how to
to
leave
take.
this.
Oh gosh,
I don't know how to make you
Oh,
leave.
I see it.
I can
Hang up.
kick you out if you like.
Kick him
I
out.
got it.
You got it? All right, I didn't have to kick him. To take his place, please welcome from the Mash and Drum. It's Jason C. Jason,
Hey, Jason.
what up,
How
man?
we doing, guys?
Good.
Good.
Thanks
Good.
for hopping on. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
tell you
absolutely.
guys how many more emails have come in for donations, but I can't because my phone died because I got so many email notifications
Oh, wow.
that my phone died. So that's a good sign, right? But yeah, thank you all for donating to the cause. Thank you all for hopping on to help us, support and honor and
23 Gmails.
drive the raising of funds for the cause in Scott's honor. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said, it's what we typically do, and it's one of the coolest things about this community is how well they take care of each other and how much they respect each other and lift each other up and not tear each other down. So that's one of the coolest things about this community. So
Can't
Oh,
agree
cheers to
more.
that. Yeah.
It's true.
Wow. I am on the verge of tears, and I will let it out if the mood strikes me. But yes, I
Yeah.
feel like everyone's just, the heartstrings are being plucked,
They're being tugged upon.
tugged.
Well, yeah, it's tough when, not only was Scott such a prevalent figure in all the live streams, but he was a moderator, deeply involved, very supportive of many channels. He would buy barrel picks from all of us. He would be part of, whiskey events. I mean, he was kind of the consummate, supporter for a lot of different channels, and to be a big part of that and to lose that, even though we didn't maybe know him as personally, he was always like that figure that was there, and to not have that, it definitely makes an impact, and it's
Yeah.
it's unfortunate
blow.
it's unfortunate that we lost him in the way we did. I just said so young, and it just sucks.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well
but Chad
said.
and Saria, thanks. I mean, you told me about this. You told me about this when we were at MGP, and I was like, well, yeah, that's going to be awesome. So yeah, let's do it. So I appreciate it that you guys put this together and got so many people in the community involved. And just to echo again what Kelsey has already said and what many have said about the whiskey community coming together. It's what we do, and keep those fundraising and donations coming in, guys, and
Yeah.
let's put a big donation together in Scott's name. It'd be great.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I guess I hope everyone who's watching, and all of you, and everybody that's been on tonight, and everyone that was invited, and even the people that maybe didn't know Scott and weren't invited, but also just we all know each other through this big web. I just hope everyone knows that somebody in the community would do this for them too.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that that's so cool that we all have each other's backs in that way. I would do this for anyone, and I think someone would do it for me if the same situation befell any one of us. And that's such a it's a feeling. It's getting me right now. It's such a feeling to know that you have that that you're part of something that's like that. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say we are a very, very, very small pocket of, what people view and consume on YouTube. But that small area that we have, we protect it, and we like to protect each other that's in it. And
Yeah.
when we lose one of our own, it hits hard. It just but to be on the positive, Scott was, he was hilarious. He's a great guy. I remember sending him to the barrel picks because he loved Cedar Ridge, and we happened to do a couple of picks from Cedar Ridge, and he couldn't afford them at the time, and I was like, I'll just send them to you, man. So thanks for the support. So I sent it to him, and he did not stop like emailing me and thanking me like constantly. I'm like, dude, stop thanking me, just enjoy them. And he really did, and he was just such a good person like that. So I'll definitely miss him for that. I'll miss seeing him in the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, he was always in my after live parties, and others that we always saw. And I know he modded
so
for you
sweet.
guys, didn't he? Didn't
Oh
he mod
yeah,
for you guys?
Supermod.
Supermod for years and years.
years.
Supermod, yeah.
I just think it's so funny because people think that we only all just drink. They think we're just here to drink. And it's like the drinking is the reason, but it's not the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
Well, it's a
the
byproduct of
thing-
us getting together.
It's the reason to get together, but the culture around it is all about the people
There's a
and the
reason to come back.
stories and the memories
Yeah.
and it's just the vehicle, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's not yes, it's about the bourbon and it's about again the reviews and stuff, but it's really not. Like that is the thing that just brings us all together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I remember watching one of Scott's live streams and in the lower left corner seeing some of our barrel picks, recognizing the stickers down there in the
Yeah.
corner, and it's you sell these barrel picks and they're going to people who enjoy them, but then
When you
it's-
see
it's
it, though.
it's out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, so to like see him there and know that he was enjoying them and stuff is super cool.
Yeah.
Kind of humbling,
Very much so.
Yeah.
I always had a fun back and forth with him because he loved bookers, and I always gave bookers a little bit of a hard time, and he would always be like, "Hey, stop! Look at my bookers." It's like
Lay off my bottle.
I'm like, it's getting better, Scott. It's getting better. Don't worry about it.
That's so funny.
We had that in common, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have a
Booker's
little bit more of
defenders.
this, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna.
This is going to be my last one, though, because we will be wrapping up soon.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You guys are welcome to stay on until the end when we sign off. Oh, wait. No, I want this. We
about
appreciate
Dusty.
you coming on to share your memories and your thoughts and, make me cry my own tears. No one makes me bleed my own blood except for a cat and myself.
And yourself and a car door. A cat and a car door. I love that band.
A cat and a car door. They're the opening band tomorrow night. Cat and a car door.
Cat and a car door. A Sarah Algrim story. That's her memoir name.
Nobody makes me tear my own tears.
Yeah. Nobody makes me cry my own tears. Hi. Hello. How are you?
What's happening?
Oh my God! Look at these.
Maybe that's time.
Yeah.
The next generation of WhiskeyTube right there.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness! There just keeps being more.
Yeah, they just talk
We got
it.
an excuse for all of us. Got 6 kids, so I'm sure there'll be more coming on.
He's got a deep bench.
Are they? I'm like, yeah. Are they just respawning? What's happening?
They make beautiful babies. I'm telling you, they are.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
Beautiful
gorgeous.
They are adorable kids.
They go just. Oh, I'm feeling about like that right now. So.
I feel
Oh,
you.
jeez.
Hey, we're gonna bring
Oh,
in
my
we're gonna bring in Todd.
All right, let's do it.
Boom.
What's up,
Welcome
Todd?
show.
I can hear you.
Oh no!
Can't hear?
21090.
No?
I'm gonna hang out in
He's
the
working
background.
on it.
guys.
All right,
I can't hear you
It's
guys.
working on it.
2
Hold on.
words.
Moby
like-
doesn't know how to
Moby?
work his headphones.
Moby.
I can't hear that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Figures.
Figures.
Hold on.
I'm good now.
Long time
You're
listener,
not-
first time caller.
Moby, you're on the line.
Moby, we're not hearing your tunes right now.
You can
I'll
say
be back.
whatever you want about him right now. He
I'll
can't
be
hear
back.
you.
Okay, he'll be back.
He'll
I
be
know.
back.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Come back. Come back.
But I don't want to keep you all too late on a Sunday night, so if anyone needs to hop off, no pressure. You may.
I'm good.
Welcome to stay. Obviously, you're gonna stay. My goodness.
I'm having a little rare breed tonight. 'cause
Ooh, a
that's what
little
Scott
rare
was.
breed.
Little rare breed.
Scott was a rare breed of patron, so.
Oh.
There you go. I only got the rye. I haven't had the
Wow.
bourbon in a very long time.
It's been a minute.
All right, we got Big Vic.
Big Vic.
Trev, if you're watching, Trev just tried to rejoin. Apparently 5 is the max. I had never gone to 5 before, so sorry, Trev, I couldn't bring it back in.
He dialed it all the way up to 5.
Mhm.
Have them hop back on. I got some daddy duty on this end with the kids back up here, so I'll just tune in from
You're good.
background, guys.
All right,
Sounds good.
Appreciate
We'll
you.
see you in the
appreciate
chat.
you.
Thank you so
Cheers,
much for
guys.
joining.
Thanks, Darrell.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, now we got room for one more.
I can leave if it helps.
No, because I'll still be here.
I understand that was the joke.
Oh,
I would
well,
say
we have
this.
to explain it.
Darrell's off, but Darrell is a perfect example of the community taking care of itself.
Mm.
You know what everybody did, including Jason and everybody else that helped, but Jason specifically in lining that up, and that made a game changer for their lives and Navia's
Yeah.
life. So, that's really what it's all about, and we can give each other shit about everything else, but when it comes down to it, you know, that's the coolest thing about what we do, and getting to meet people and getting to see them in person. That was a fun part for me. Like, I've seen you guys on live for a long time, and then getting to meet you guys personally last October, it was different. It was, you got to share pours with somebody actually in person. It's way different.
Yeah.
Still feel the connection, even if you've never met them in person. That's the coolest thing. Getting to meet Big Vic for the first time in person. So it's fun, man. That's the coolest part.
I'd like to meet him again in Vegas.
September.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just want to go back to Vegas. I mean, I would also like it if you're there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got to relieve some pressure.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Thought you were,
Vic
like,
is coming to the Bardstown
doing a
Blitz.
reveal.
You may see Vic there.
Ooh, well then we will be there. We will be there.
Bardstown Blitz.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Bardstown Blitz.
We
Yeah,
need to
there's
get,
Have that
nothing.
one for
There's
free,
nothing
Jason.
like a. Yeah,
We
there's
need to
nothing
get-
like a big Vic hug.
Mm. I would love a hug. Todd, can you hear us now?
He has muted himself. Do you know that you have muted yourself?
You have muted you.
Yeah, guest has muted
Todd.
themselves.
Todd, do you know the YouTube?
Have you ever YouTubed? Have you
I've
ever
never
YouTubed?
Hey, y'all, leave him alone.
Where's
But
Andy?
somehow you
Where's
have
Andy?
you have silenced you.
Yeah.
No one can help you but you.
Todd, hit the
Todd.
hit the mute button.
You have muted yourself.
He can't figure it out. Okay, that's okay. We'll just do a cheers. It's okay.
right.
It's okay. We'll just do a cheers
The universal symbol. Everyone knows this.
and a heart.
That's right. That's right, Todd.
I want an apology video with tears for this.
And he's so set up for audio. He's
I
got
know.
the SM7B.
I know.
He's got.
Can you?
Wait, there you go.
Oh,
Oh,
Did you finally
I hear
unmute
you.
yourself?
I hear
yes.
you.
I didn't touch anything. Oh God! Can you hear me? You can hear me. All right.
Oh God.
Yeah, I can hear
Yes, we
Okay.
can hear
Now you
you.
can hear me.
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
you were muted. It said guest has
No.
muted themselves.
It's okay. It's all sorted out. It's all sorted out.
It doesn't pick up that, and I took it off this, and
Oh, this hurts.
I don't know. Whatever. Can you? You don't.
Anyway.
Who needs to hear me anyway? This is about Scott. Anyway, I will
You're
say
more
this.
of a
first of all,
visual.
it's right. Nobody wants to hear or see me, but I just, thank you guys. Jason, good to see you. Vic, really cool that you guys do this. I'll give one quick thing for me and Andy for Scott. You know, we're relative for the most part. We started out as a homebrewing channel many years ago, right? And we evolved to whiskey and music and sports. Scott loved sports, right? He loved whiskey. He loved music too. And I think that's maybe why he was drawn to us very early. And so we had a connection with Scott very early about that. And we had many conversations about music and sports and bourbon and whiskey and beer. And, you know, everybody said it tonight. It's really, you know, it's hard to take sometimes when you lose somebody like that. I'd never met Scott, but I felt like I knew him. And, you know, it's kind of crazy that this community is that close, right? I've never met him, but it affected all of us. It affected me. It affected Andy when he passed. I wasn't expecting it. And, you know, it's tough. It's really tough. So cheers to you, buddy. And it's crazy how life works, but God bless you and hope he's in a better place. That's all I can say.
Me too. He will be missed.
Cheers. Glad we
Scott
got to
always
have
was.
the time that we had.
Scott was.
Yeah.
Scott was always good. Oh yeah, I remember that. We'll forever remember how hard he made Scott laugh. He was on your channel the first time he was sent a pizza to your house, Todd.
Yes.
Yeah.
At like 12
That's
o'clock at night.
hilarious.
Yes.
I
But
remember.
you know what? We've had that happen to us,
that
too.
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have
Todd,
3 kids
I
upstairs
remember
and
that
a wife.
stream.
That would kill me.
Dude, I remember that stream like it was yesterday. You were freaking out. Your wife was going to kill you, and it came anyway. Oh my God, it was hilarious.
I was like, holy
You were
shit. I looked at my ring like,
I've
oh my
never,
God,
I've
he
never
actually did
seen,
stuff. Oh, God.
I've never seen Todd so upset or so nervous in my life. It was hilarious.
Just like anxious, like, what if the doorbell rings?
Yeah. My wife's gonna wake up. My wife.
He's
She's gonna kill
sweating.
me.
Yeah. But yeah, super good dude. Totally
Yeah.
missed. And we only knew him for a short period of time, but he supported us like he knew us for the longest time, which is really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
So.
I just think about how, like, and it's not just Scott, but then it makes you have this appreciation for everyone in the community. And I think about the patrons that have, on nights that we did live where maybe we indulged a little too much, had, you know, DoorDash sent to our house or whatever. And it makes you think of, and it is funny, but at the same time, it's like, those people just, they want to take care of you. And that's so sweet. Like, that someone maybe you don't know or you don't spend a lot of time with, who doesn't even live near you, cares so much and wants to take care of you just because we do this thing together, you know? It's so great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes you feel real loved. I'm going to cry again. No. I'm not ready. I need more. I need to hydrate more before I dehydrate more.
You're crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. Yeah.
There's so many stories of Scott that I've just kind of been putting them up here on screen on the comments from people because there's so many, and it's great. I mean, it's super great. Speaking of super, here's a super chat for Tom saying, send an email to It's Bourbon Night. Been watching for some time. Enjoy the show. Wife and I visit Bardstown after your episode last year.
Oh, I will go look for your email. I apologize if it slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, email. That happens sometimes.
Sometimes the inbox is quite the mess.
It is.
It's a happening place
Ugh.
that I try to
Tom,
keep
for
up
that
with. But we
super
appreciate
chat,
you.
and we will write that down.
But I do believe it's getting to be that time of the evening.
Isn't it?
Tis. When we wrap it up, thank you all for joining us. Again, for those of you who maybe just joined or missed this earlier in the stream, we are taking donations in Scott's honor through the Wound Healing Foundation. It is linked in the description. And if you make a donation, take a screenshot of it and email it to itsbourbonnight@gmail.com. with donation somewhere in the subject line. That will enter you to win the prizes listed also in the description, plus an old Pogue that was generously donated by patron Todd Cooper. And we will draw those. We're going to let this ride for like 24 hours just in case people miss the live and watch the replay, want to donate. But then we will do the drawing early this week and announce the winners, and we'll reach out to you directly and let you know what you won. But there's that.
We have one last super chat under the wire here. And
Tony
it's
Bag
from
of Donuts,
Joey Tony Bag
who
of Donuts.
donated a couple bottles
He
to
sure
the
did.
cause.
Yes, he said, I joined Scott's stream one time and passed out in my chair. He promptly booted me when he heard the snoring. I apologized to him for a week. WhiskeyTuber family, I love you all. Thanks for considering me a friend. That's hilarious.
Thank you, Tony.
I didn't know about that.
And you're a good friend. I did not know about the snoring, but that's funny. I, to be fair, would have also kicked you out. I would have recorded it
I want a
first,
replay
though,
of that.
and
I
I
need
would
to
have made
find
like
that
a remix
episode.
with it. But
Yeah.
I would have kicked you out
I
ultimately.
don't know how
Actually, just
Vic
kidding.
doesn't have more people like that because he streams for like 2 hours at a time.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Right.
how you can have more people falling asleep on your stream.
Yeah,
I would fall
it's
asleep
hard.
for sure.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah, I'm
this
still
maybe the last
recovering
super
for 8
chat.
hours last night.
Cheers to all the donated prizes and monetary donations.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Thank you. Appreciate
Cheers.
that.
I just
would
want to
choose you,
do.
Vic.
Just
I've
want
had
to do a
enough.
quick. Yeah, I just want to do a quick little toast because it's something that I've heard and I love this whenever someone passes on. I think it's particularly fitting. It's just when someone you love becomes a memory, that memory becomes a treasure. So I think that's what we all think of Scott. So cheers.
Well said.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Whew.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it's deep. Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna have to write that one down.
No, that's good. That's good.
That gave me chills. All right.
Vic, I feel I want to give you the last because you haven't. I know you joined late.
Yeah.
And haven't said much. If you have a quick Scott story.
Well, I'm having Kelvin 3 in his honor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Forgate.
And
That seemed
love
to be the
Forgate.
theme of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, well, the only thing with me and him, we were giving each other shit for the reason that we both started our channels the same day, and he screwed up because he used his company email, so he had to shut that one down and create another one.
Oh
So then
no.
that's how I took the advantage of having the longer channel than he does for one day, and we always gave each other shit.
You're like twins.
Yeah.
Like I came out first.
No, who was born
Yeah.
first?
Yeah.
Me. I buy 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's definitely smiling down on that story. That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
He's smiling down about all this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
loving every minute of this. Every minute.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Well.
If we find that Parker's Heritage Rye, we'll
yeah.
do a tribute
Either
pour
we
or
finished
something.
it.
I think we
or
finished it.
It's
I think
somewhere around
Mike
here.
said he said that he would do just about anything for that bottle, and I'm pretty sure I felt the same way. So we killed that one
I think
long
so.
ago.
Yeah, I think that bottle's gone.
That bottle's gone.
Yeah.
He had good taste.
Absolutely.
Good taste.
Yeah, he did.
Sure.
Yep.
But thank you all so much for joining us. We'll go ahead and
Thank you, guys.
let you sign off now, and then we'll say our last goodbyes and close the stream out. But we appreciate you hanging out with us and
Cheers, guys. Thanks for doing
just
this
being here
again.
for Scott.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming
Thanks,
on.
Doing this.
Truly,
Yeah.
truly the least we could do.
Yeah.
The least I felt pulled to do. So
Yeah.
we made it happen.
Guys,
Absolutely.
well
Yeah.
done.
Well,
Well done.
cheers, everyone watching. Thanks
Cheers.
for loving Scott. And cheers, guys.
To Scott.
Cheers.
Salute.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye. And it's just us.
Actually, I keep saying last super chat, but
Well,
they keep coming in, which means
that's-
you are entered for the Whiskey Ambitions
Gift card.
gift cards from.
Also drawing. I'm gonna need to recover. We haven't done a live in a bit,
Right.
so I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please,
I'm feeling
please
pretty
bear
good.
with.
Please bear with.
This is from Whiskey RN. She says, "Cheers all! I'm so glad the stream is happening for Scott, and we are super glad.
We are also glad to be
have
able
done
to-
it, and for everyone who joined us both in the comments, in the super chats, and
the
channels,
donations.
the donations, and the
And the
channels
guests.
who came in as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you, Whiskey RN. Appreciate that.
It is a privilege to be in our position where we have been in the community for so long and to be connected with so many channels.
Yeah.
And when something
8
like
years
this,
month.
I know, 8 years. When something like this happens, that we can put out the bat signal, you know, that's an expression, and people respond to the call and step up and either donate their time by coming on and sharing their stories, their emotions, and they donate their money in that they are willing to give bottles or what, you know, or super chats or whatever. We're just in a very privileged position and happy to use it for this cause. And that's about as far into my emotional depth as
I don't think we can say
able to go this
anything
evening.
better than Jason did. So we'll just say,
mean,
remember
yeah.
what he said.
Yeah, Jason's words. I mean, honestly, but a
That
lot
was
of people
the-
said
that was the best.
a lot of great things tonight, and
Well, Trev started it.
he did start it.
Tag on it,
I
Trev.
think not silver lining, but like the thing to take away of when something like this happens is to remember how closely you value the things that are important. And we value you all.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you. And I'm not going to keep speaking because I'm going to start crying again. I think I got to go to bed.
That's where we're better. Yeah.
I better leave it there.
Better leave it.
I can't do it.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everybody. Quick reminder, these are summer hours, as I'm sure you've gotten used to over the last month and a half.
We will not see you next Sunday.
We won't see you next Sunday. But we will see you some Sunday for a live when we've got something great to bring you. And
until then, we'll see you on our regularly scheduled programming.
And thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
All right.
All right.
We will see you guys.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.